Here's a bright idea for your next outdoor adventure. This is called a Luci light. And the great thing about it, it never needs batteries. Let's check it out. The Luci light is a solar-powered, collapsible LED lantern manufactured by a company called Empowered. Today, we're going to take a look at two models, the original and the Emerg. Let's start with the original. This small disc-shaped lantern is only 5 inches in diameter and less than an inch thick when folded flat. On the top, you have this large solar collector panel, 2 function switches, and a small plastic hanging strap. Flip it over, and you'll find 10 ultra-bright LEDs set into a reflective housing. The whole thing weighs in at a meager 4.4 ounces. That's only 125 grams. And there's no bulk or weight from extra batteries, as this whole unit is self-contained with a built-in storage battery contained within this thin housing. The company claims that after a full charge, which takes about 7 hours, there's enough power in here to run this light for 12 continuous hours. Now, you can use the Luci light just as it is, turn it on, it works just fine there. But of course, it is designed to be used in an open position. Now, you notice on the end here, there's a little valve. It's the same kind of valve you find on a, inflatable pool toy or a beach ball. You can just blow into it and it'll inflate. However, there's an easier way. If you just pinch it and pull it, it kind of sucks all the air in, like so, and does kind of a self-inflating thing. And actually, I think there's an advantage to doing it that way. And the big advantage, if you blow into it, you're adding moisture inside, and I don't think with electronics over the long run, that's probably a very good idea. Also, when you blow into there, you're adding the condensation, and it's gonna kind of make the inside a little frosted looking, so you won't have the light going through as well as it could. Anyways, once it's fully inflated here, you can just close up the valve, and now you've got a lantern that you can stand up, put on a picnic table on top of a log or something. There's also that little strap on the top so you can hang it. It's great, in the tent at night. Hang it from the center, lights up, great for reading. I'll just show you these function buttons on the top. As I mentioned earlier, there are 2 on this particular model. The little one here, it's just an indicator as to how much of a charge. You can't really tell, but there's 3 little LEDs on here. So when you push that, it tells you how much charge is left. And then of course, there's the button that actually turns it on. You've got your low beam, and you've got your high beam, and then you've got your flashing, which is great for if you have to signal someone. The other great thing about this kind of light, because it's all completely sealed, it is waterproof, so it's great to use out in the rain, and it even floats. The other model we're going to look at is the Luci Emerg. It's a bit smaller and has some different features, but uses the same proven solar technology as the original. It's a bit smaller and lighter. It's only 4 inches in diameter and weighs in at only 2.5 ounces. That's just 72 grams. It also has a small hanging strap on the top. Like the original, it can be opened up by pinching and pulling on the valve. Now, this one isn't quite as powerful. It only uses 3 LEDs. It has low, high, and flashing function, but it also incorporates a red LED that flashes the SOS signal, hence the Emerg name given to this one. And this unit claims a runtime of 7 hours on a full charge. So I really like the technology behind these solar-powered lights. In fact, when I head out on a canoe trip now, I only ever take 2 flashlights with me. One is a headlamp, and the other is one of these solar-powered lights. They're very versatile, a lot of uses. They're great for in the tent for reading. Another thing they're really useful for, have you ever found yourself in this situation? You're at a little lonely lake somewhere, you've just finished dinner, the sun's beginning to set, and you think, let's take the canoe out, do a little bit of fishing. So you head out, gorgeous sunset, doing some fishing, and all of a sudden the sun has set and now it's dark and you got to find your way back to your campsite. Well, you start paddling, every tree, every rock, they start looking the same. Well, if you'd set one of these up before you headed out, just turn it on low, set it on the rock, hang it from a branch, because it's going to last all night. And a full charge, these will go through the whole night. And then it's just an easy way, looking for the glow, paddle back to your campsite. So these are a really useful thing to take along. They're inexpensive. I think for the original one here, we paid about $21 Canadian. And on the Emerg here, I think it was $17 or $18 Canadian. We bought these at the CAA travel store here in Canada. But I know you can buy them on Amazon. In fact, if you check the description below, you'll see I've included a link to the Amazon site. You can check current prices and current models. And there are different models. This is the original. I found that the strap on here was a bit tight. That's the only gripe I have about this. But there is a newer model that actually has two straps. There's one on the bottom and there's an adjustable strap on the top, which is good because then you can attach it to something bigger like a branch. Right now with this small strap, you'd have to use a twist tie or a carabiner to hook it on there properly. But these are great lights, highly recommended for any outdoor enthusiast.